Hi, this is Troxel. In today's tutorial, we're going to look at changing markers to regions. Naturally, you need at least two markers because markers don't have a length and regions do. So the length is going to be the distance between the first marker and the second marker, for example. And so between each set of markers, we'll create a region, and then we'll expand on them a little bit as we go from there. So let's take a look to see how we would do this. If we look at our project, we see we have 5 markers on the timeline. So inside this first section will be our first region. This will be our second region, our third region, and we're going to create a total of 4 regions. Naturally, there is not a region after marker number 5 because there is no more markers out here to give it a length. So we will end up with 4 regions. Here's the script we're looking at. We'll go ahead and look at the whole thing today. So we have all of our usings up here at the top, our namespace, our class, and then our public variable type Vegas called myVegas, and then our main routine will be here in which we're passing it the Vegas variable, and then we first set myVegas equal to Vegas, and then here's the bulk of the work. So we're going to have a marker called previous marker, and we're going to set that to null. So initially we have no previous marker. Then we're going to go through each marker, which I called my marker, in myvegas.project.markers. Now, if the previous marker is equal to null, then we're going to set previous marker equals my marker. In other words, the first marker, we don't want to do anything. We just want to know that this is the first marker. So then when we get to the second marker, the first marker is our previous marker. So then we're going to have an else. If the previous marker was not equal to null, then we're at least on the second one. And we're going to create a variable type of scriptportal.vegas.region, and the reason you needed to do scriptportal.vegas.region, where up here we did not need to do scriptportal.vegas.marker, is because there is another type of region in Windows System Drawing. So if you looked in System Drawing, you will see that they also have a region, and so to clarify which region we're talking about, we put the whole thing, scriptportal.vegas.region. This is going to be a new region, which is equal to new scriptportal.vegas.region, and then we're going to start this region at the previous marker position, and then we're going to end, our length of this region is my marker.position, which is the ending point, minus previous marker.position, which is the beginning point. So that will be the length. Then we go into myvegas.project.regions.add, and we're going to add this new region to the timeline, and then we're going to set the previous marker equal to my marker, because this is now the previous marker. Then as we scroll down, we can see we have our entry point here, and then our public void from Vegas, which we get our Vegas variable, and then we are calling this test script by, we set test equal is of class 1 type equals a new test script dot class 1, and then we call the main routine in test and pass it the Vegas variable. So this is the full script. Usually we just show you this part and are done with it. So let's see how this works. So here we have all of our markers. Run the script. And now we have a region for each one of these markers. If you notice though, we also have our markers still there. So the markers are still there. So let's look at some more modifications we can make to this script that might make it more useful. The first thing that might make it more useful is on this line right here, scriptportal.vegas.region, we create our new region, and we passed it the previous marker position, then we passed it the length, which is my marker.position minus previous marker.position, but we can also give it a label. So here we've added comma previous marker.label. So now when it creates this region, it's going to get the label from the previous marker. So let's go back and look at the project and run this script again. So you notice this first one is name section 1, the second one is name section 2, and so forth. This time when we run the script, it will carry over those names to the regions. So now we have region, which is numbered 6, is section 1, a region numbered 7, which is section 2, and then each region got the name carried over. Now let's make one more modification. Here, I've added this on here. This is a comment because it begins with a // If we want to remove the original markers afterwards, then all we need to do is a myvegas.project.markers.clear, and that will remove all of the old markers. So running this script one more time, you will see that you can no longer see the marker 5 out here at the end. So we only now have the regions 6, 7, 8, and 9, and the markers that were at the beginning of each one of these regions have also been removed. So this script will let you take markers and convert the areas between them into regions. Then we optionally added the option to take the label of the left marker and make that the label of the region. And then we optionally added the ability to remove all of the markers at the end if you no longer need those markers. So just by removing those markers, it just takes the extra stuff off the timeline. So I hope you find this tutorial useful. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future.
Please sign up at www.jettv.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.